I think Thame is a very vibrant community. I only have two towns in the constituency, Henley and Thame. And Thame is an incredibly vibrant place. It's got everything that anyone could possibly want. And it's also a really nice Oxfordshire market town. And that's really important for it to keep that and to make the most of it. I think the important thing about Thame is that people want to keep it as a market town. They've seen the importance of the high street, and the neighbourhood plan, for example, includes the importance of the high street in it. And I think that's absolutely vital, because what this comes down to at the end is use it or lose it. And if people don't use the shops that are in the town, they will lose them. Thame's neighbourhood plan came about because the people of Thame decided that they wanted to take advantage of the opportunity that the government was issuing them. And that's an opportunity to share in the planning process with the district council. And the people of the town got together and put the neighbourhood plan together on the back of that. And my involvement in it was quite marginal, because these are from the bottom up rather than from the top down. And it's very important that this is Thame's plan rather than its MP's plan. And I think that comes through very clearly in what the plan does. Well, I now have responsibility for neighbourhood planning across the country.
Yes.
In order to take it forward. And Thame is a shining example of how neighbourhood plans work. And I'm very pleased that it was one of the front runners in the scheme, because it set a very good example for others to follow.
Indeed.
Well, the plan was overwhelmingly endorsed by the people of Thame, and I think the crucial thing about it was that it recognised that Thame wanted to stay a market town. It valued its high streets, and what it did was to set out some policies in there that kept those high streets. So it didn't want all of the housing to be in one area. It wanted it split over so that there was a concentration on the centre of the town. And I think that is standing the town in good stead. I think one of the innovative aspects of Thame's neighbourhood plan was the way in which it took the original decision to move the housing all into one area and said, no, we want to spread it about. And I think that was a very innovative way of looking at the town, of focusing on what it wanted to preserve for the town long term, and making sure that the planning kept to that. I think Thame has enormously benefited from having a neighbourhood plan. It's taken control of the shape of the town and what the town should look like. I think it's probably too early to detail out all the benefits of that. Those are still emerging as the town has planning applications. But I think that the way that it has thought about how those will work has stood it in very good stead. Well, neighbourhood planning is available for everyone, regardless of their size. So it's available for the smallest village and, like Thame, for the bigger towns. And certainly what Thame has set out is a way of approaching this that is perfectly respectable for a bigger town. But there are other examples that will approach that for smaller villages, which are equally valid. And it's having that mix of people being able to do what they want and to be able to match their aspirations with the production of a plan that is the important thing.